TheHylinofRotflower. The highland beings live among the swampland and make their dwellings upon the multitude of tiny islets formed in the running, crisscrossing streams that drain out of the lake Rotflower. They are a communal tribe who adhere to a matriarchal system whereby the most knowledgeable, accomplished female member of a Kursire, which is a communal house, a township or region, generally holds the highest position with descending ranks, falling to those of ability and intellect fitting their position. Highland communities tend to situate directly adjacent to a large body of water. Their food resources generally consist of grown crops, mostly potato, yam, turnip, carrot, beans, garlic, squash, and tomato, with diverse herb and flower raising as medicinal resource and trade. They are well versed in foraging, gleaning, and scavenge, with specialties in fungi, lichen, moss, berry, nut, root, vine, grass, and mineral. The Highland, though despised by elite, township, and city-state dwelling beings, are widely revered as the ranger, alchemist, and sage of the wild. Those who wander for trade or find themselves roaming far across the continent understand that the Highland are one's best chance of survival if ever you are at the mercy of the elements or beast. The Highland choose to situate close to large water sources, as society upon society through time have done. The Highland do so for many reasons: abundance of drinking, washing, and plant-feeding water, fishing, crabbing, eeling, frogging proximity, sand, clay, and stone availability, boat travel, swimming. They are a people who revere metamorphosis, transfiguration, transmutation, mutation, deformation, transmogrification, the changing of life into something greater and more fantastic, exciting, and powerful. To the Highland, this kind of metamorphosis is like a refined evolution. They view the dwelling creatures that are found throughout Easterly on Thyre as being worthy of admiration and reverence. They have constructed a hierarchy of the dwelling beings they have encountered, which sets them up as a pantheon of intelligent, powerful life forms, dwelling in the world and touched by gods. The Highland are made up of female and male members, with females dominating the males nearly exclusively. They number about 200 in Easterly on Thyre. Their influence has begun to spread south into the theaters of Rhodes, and north into Adavul, where dreaming is revered as a sacrament. The Highland worship and study dwelling creatures and beings. Their belief is that dwelling creatures are the forms that elevated nature has taken in the new world after the downfall. They believe that there is an old, dying world that was meant to completely end 300 years ago at the downfall and be replaced by something akin to dwelling beings. They revere the mutated, monstrous, and abominable creatures that appear in the world and despise the old world remains. Many Highland people have survived disease, mutation, and syndromes of environmental poisoning and bear the scars of the illnesses. Some of the high-ranking have large facial deformations due to environmental syndromes, which cause immense blisters and growths to form upon the face and head, then heal over and create blooms of flesh that are brightly colored, textured, and completely unique compared to typical peoples they have encountered in the world. They revere the changed and strange. Remember, mugwort, what you brought to pass, what you readied at Regenmeld. Your cult Una, that most ancient plant. You defeat 3, you defeat 30. You defeat venom, you defeat air illness. You defeat the horror who stalks the land. And you, waybread, plant mother, you're open to the east, yet mighty within. Carts creaked over you, women rode over you brides bellowed, over you bulls snorted. You withstood it all, and you pushed back. You withstood venom, you withstood air illness. You withstood the horror who travels over land. Now this plant is called Stune, she who grows on stone. She defeats venom, she grinds away pain. She is called Stithe, she who withstands venom. She chases away malice, casts out pain. This is the plant that fought against the worm. She is mighty against venom. She is mighty against air illness. She is mighty against the horror who travels over land. You, Venom loath, go now, the less from the great from the less, until for both he receives a remedy. Remember, chamomile, what you brought to pass, what you accomplished at Alrefort, that no one should lose their life to disease, since for him chamomile was prepared. Finally, this plant is known as Wergulu, whose scent seal over sea ridges to aid against venom. These 9 plants defeat 9 venoms. A worm came slithering, and yet he killed no one. For wise Woden took 9 glory twigs and smote the serpent, who flew into 9 parts. There apple overcame venom. There the worm would never find shelter. Philae and fennel, a most mighty pair. The wise Lord shaped these plants while he, holy, hung in the heavens. He sent them from the 7 worlds, 7 ages of man, for wretched and wealthy alike. She stands against pain. She stands against venom. She is potent against 3 and against 30, against a foe's hands, against a great guile, against malice and bewitchment from animal and spirit. Now may the 9 plants do battle against the 9 glory fleers, against 9 venoms, and against 9 air diseases, against the red venom, against the running venom, against the white venom, against the blue venom, against the yellow venom, against the green venom, against the black venom, against the blue venom, against the brown venom, against the purple venom, against worm blister, against water blister, against thorn blister, against thistle blister, against ice blister, against venom blister. If any venom comes flying from the east, or any comes from the north, or any from the west over folk, yet I alone know water running where the 9 serpents guard. Now may all plants arise, seas ebb all salt water when I blow this venom from you.